Well, when I made my undriving pledge, it was first off a kind of a disruptive idea. Undriving? Why would we do that? And I came to see that this was a kind of unlearning, that I was being invited to stop for a moment and reflect upon something that had become so much a part of my everyday life that I hadn't really thought about what the implications were of choosing to drive every time. And I'm holding my keys, and the keys that I'm holding here are the keys to the car, but also they're the keys to the house. And what I came to realize is that whenever I left my house, I always took my car keys. And that in fact the house keys and the car keys had become one and the same, because the behavior was whenever I left my house living here in the city, I'd always just get into the car. Well, that little bit of time spent learning and getting a license got me thinking. And I said, well, wait a minute, if I'm actually going to be an undriver, I might rethink where my destinations are, because I might even consider walking someplace, which was pretty radical at that idea for us. I mean, it's silly now as I say it, but this is like a true confession. I've gone from being a always leaving the house driver to most of the time driving, but a lot more undriving. So what I had to do, and I told you it was symbolic, was remove the house key from the car keys, because when I did decide to go for a walk, I said, what do? Leave the keys in the house and leave the house open? I said, no, I don't like the house. Well, then I'm going to have to remove the house key from the car key, which was a symbolic shift from being someone who always got out of the house and into a car to someone who got out of the house and stayed on the streets. And we started walking more, and my wife and I found a couple of local places that have become favorites. In the morning, we go up the hill here in Finney Ridge. And in that way, it's like that first time you ride a bike over the path you've always been riding in a car, you realize life moves at a different pace. And there are lots of roses and flowers and things to smell along the way. In fact, there's a pea patch not too far from here that we discovered in the process that we now walk on a regular basis in the morning to go past. The idea of walking meant you give yourself a little bit more time to appreciate the journey. And if there's anything that's changed as a result of that, I now allow more time to walk, and the time spent walking has become more time for reflection and a different kind of conversation. And when my wife and I walk, we look forward to it because it's time that we can talk in a way that you just can't when you're in a car. So the pledge led to a shift of behavior. It's that shift of behavior that I went through that I hope, telling this story, others may reconsider what they're doing and discover new ways of transporting themselves that aren't always so car dependent. My name is Jon Ramer, and I'm a driver.